makes the character unforgettable. What I loved most was how the film's tension built, relying entirely on atmosphere. The use of mute colors, dim lighting, and that constant fog outside creates a sense of isolation that keeps the audience on edge. It's creepy without needing to show too much.
Exactly. A memorable narration combined with a haunting music memory and reconciles his family's conflict with music, highlighting the importance of family, memory, and identity. The protagonist of his story was Miguel. Meanwhile,